Well, hello everybody. A warm welcome to everyone who's joining us today from wherever in the world you may be for this 90-minute webinar workshop that's brought to you courtesy of AI Ed Weibo.
And hi everyone, and welcome to our session, AI in TEFL, Myths Debunked. I'm Sarah, and I'm a teacher who still remembers when cutting and pasting required scissors and glue.
Me too. I'm Steve, and I've been here for a long time. Hi everybody. I've swapped actually chalkboards for chatbots. I love this AI, and I hope that some of my enthusiasm will get across to you today. We're both thrilled that you're here with us this morning as we bust some of the biggest myths about the use of artificial intelligence in language teaching. We'd love to get to know you. So, Sarah?
Yep. Before we start, just a couple of housekeeping matters. We'd like to remind you that all participants today will be issued with a certificate of attendance. What's more, every now and again, we'll be asking you to respond to some questions or for your thoughts, which we'd like you to use the chat box for. But if a burning question should arise during the course of what we're doing today, please put it in the Q&A section so that we can answer it later.
Excellent. And I can see that we're getting, the people are starting to come in now, so we'll wait a couple of minutes just for those that are maybe having a little problem getting into the system. During that time, Sarah, shall we have a look? Would people like to suggest or to tell us where they're coming from? If you'd like to put into chat, please, you know, where you're from, say hello, whatever. We'd like to hear from you. We're trying to make this as interactive as possible.
Mauritania, wow. Athens, Italy.
Italy. Oh.
Senegal, goodness me, we're getting further away.
We are.
Hello,
Definitely,
Athens.
definitely.
Hi, Zoe, nice to see you.
Definitely global today.
Stephen, when someone's just checked in from Pakistan.
Nice to see you. Nice to see all of you.
Lovely.
Oh, Sarah, someone's called you ma'am.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
That's so nice, so polite.
So polite. What a gentleman.
This AI topic is one that's quite polarizing, isn't it? People have very strong opinions about it one way or the other. So what we hope to do today is just show you what we think, and we'd like to hear from you too. So throughout the day or throughout the session, if you could please just plop your ideas in, we'll have a look at them.
And hopefully we'll be able to dispel some of those fears.
That's the idea. France. Oh, bonjour, I suppose.
And hello, Crete.
We have Crete, we have Athens, as you said, Sarah. We have Thessaloniki, North Greece. Hi there, everyone up there. Kalamata, down there in the beautiful Peloponnese, in the Mani. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, hello everybody, as we said, from around the world. I think we'll wait one more minute and off we'll go.
Oh, hi, Stelios from Germany.
Well, we've covered quite a bit of Europe so far. And someone has already started to put some ideas in there. Hi there, Mr. Stephen. I like that. That's very nice. So we've got very polite people in our chat box at the moment. That's so nice. Let's have a polite, civilized discussion today about this. Okay, I think we can get going because we have such a lot to cover.
Absolutely,
today, right,
absolutely.
Sarah?
Let's dive in.
Okay. So before we get started, let me just move my chat box over there. Before we get started, there's a few things I'd like to announce. The first thing is, for those of you who follow these exams, we've just got LRN online as well. So we add that to our growing catalogue of exam boards that we cover. So if you're preparing for LRN exams, you can now use AI at Weibo to fully prepare your students and to help you in your teaching job. So LRN up there for B2, C1 and C2. And another one we've also just launched, this is specifically for the Greek market. We've also just launched the first ever multilingual AI assistant for writing assessment. It's the KPG, which for the Greeks among us is the Kratiko Pistopitiko Glossomathias. We've got it at A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1, C2, and it works in 6 languages, no less. English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and Turkish. So wonderful stuff there. So anyone preparing students for the state exam can now use AI Edwibo freely. It instantly checks scores and improves student writing. It matches the official KPG criteria. It gives detailed feedback and it provides rewrites. So students are really covered with this, and we'd like to say a huge thank you to the dedicated teachers who piloted this for us with real student writings. Your trust and insight made this possible. So thank you very much. One more. Here we go. It's this one, the Goethe Institute. Last but not least, or should I say, nicht zuletzt, is that right? I got an O-level in German 100 years ago, so I can't remember much about it, but I think that's what it says. We now also cover the Goethe Institute exam, so that's a wow as well. I'm sure you agree, Sarah, on that one.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The more languages, the better.
Absolutely. So moving on, Stephen.
Moving on.
I talked a little bit about the housekeeping before, but I'll just mention it again for those late arrivers. We will be issuing certificates of attendance for anybody that's here today with us. If you have any questions, as you're going along, you can pop them in the chat box. We will try to address those questions. If there's any serious questions that you would like us to discuss in the Q&A, we'll keep them for later. So type them into the Q&A section. And besides talking about AI assessments today, we'll be talking about other uses of AI at Weibo that I'm sure you'll be very interested in, especially about the pro assistants. We'll be talking
those
about
pro
that
assistants. We haven't really talked about them so far, and they exist. They are there. People have been asking, what do these do? So we'll be having a good look at those, and I think you may find them quite eye-opening. We did, didn't we, Sarah?
We did indeed, and we're still discovering.
Yes, we are. So plenty of time then for you to ask any questions you may have. And also, don't forget, this is the second of a multi-part webinar workshop program that we're offering for you. And of course, you're all most welcome to attend, and it's free of charge. Now, by myths, what do we mean by myths? A myth, of course, is not, we have many meanings, don't we? The meaning that comes first to my mind, especially being surrounded by Greek ruins and Greek culture, is of course folk tales of supernatural beings. But that's not what we mean today, is it? No. It means widely held yet false beliefs or ideas, such as AI will replace teachers.
And by debunking, we mean exposing the falseness, the hollowness of such an idea or belief, as in showing that AI can and does, in fact, assist us in our profession. So, what about you? In one word, in a nutshell, could you tell us how you feel about AI in language education? Are you excited, curious, cautious, terrified? Go ahead and tell us in chat with one word how you feel.
No wrong answers here, by the way. You know, just let it go. How do you feel? Try and put it all in one word. What are we getting there, Sarah?
Excited, curious. They seem to be the main two. Confused, yes. Curious and excited. Absolutely amazed. Yes, I think I was too. Eager, relieved, but also a little confused from Julie. Frustrated children use them to answer the questions and do their writing. True, but we can talk about that too.
Overwhelmed. Yes.
Cautious. Cautious, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it's a mixture basically of interested, isn't it?
It is.
But cautious.
Cautious.
Yeah. I think that's what happens with anything new that comes along, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think a lot of questions may be answered today, so.
Well, that's their aim, at least. Everybody, hopefully, we'll be able to do that. So let's get started. Let's start with the big one. AI replaces teachers. Well, the truth is, it doesn't replace teachers. It empowers us. AI can take care of repetitive tasks like grading or checking grammar, freeing up time for what really matters, which is meaningful communication. With AI handling the admin side, teachers can focus on motivating students, on building confidence, and fostering cultural understanding. If you think of AI as a teaching assistant, not a replacement, it supports us. It doesn't become us. In TEFL, for example, AI tools like AI Edwebo can enhance what we do rather than eliminate us. For instance, it can help teachers analyze students' progress. It can suggest differentiated materials. It can provide instant feedback. This allows us to make more informed pedagogical decisions. The emotional intelligence, the adaptability and cultural sensitivity that we have as teachers can't be replicated by AI, at least not yet. So we teachers will remain central to that learning experience for the foreseeable future. Don't worry about your job. AI systems such as AI Edwebo can manage time-consuming administrative tasks. This means teachers no longer need to spend hours correcting minor grammatical issues or repetitive assignments. Instead, we can focus on developing students' fluency, on critical thinking, which is extremely important, and intercultural communication, the aspects of language learning that will surely require a human touch. Language learning thrives on authentic communication, emotional connection, and motivation. I'm sure you'll all agree. These are areas where we teachers excel. With AI taking over mechanical aspects, teachers can dedicate more time to interactive speaking activities, for example, cultural discussions, individualized feedback. Learners benefit from a richer and more human-centered classroom experience. In this sense, AI acts like a co-teacher or classroom assistant. It supports rather than substitutes teachers' expertise. Just as a calculator assists in maths without replacing the mathematician, AI assists in English teaching without replacing the educator. Our role is to guide, to inspire, and to mentor our learners. So I think you'll agree, Sarah, that this myth is now debunked.
I do indeed. I do indeed. It's just AI and AI at Weibo is like having an assistant that never asks for a coffee break. In fact,
That's right.
um, this is a good point to bring up the AI at Weibo Pro assistants. Um,
Ah,
Recently, I had an experience with this, and I think I'd like to share it with everybody,
oh, great. Let's hear.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
You will find the Pro assistants in the system, and there are various ones, the Director of Studies Assistant and the ADH Teacher's Assistant and various others that you can see the one in the middle here. So at the beginning of September, I'm faced with a class of 7 to 9-year-olds, beginners, complete beginners, one of whom is diagnosed and has a certificate that he has ADHD. What do you
Right.
expect from a child with ADHD in the classroom, you're asking me? I'm sure all of you have experienced this. You're talking about attention deficit. What does that mean for others? It means disturbing the class. It means he's walking around. He needs to move. It means that he can concentrate for any very short periods of time. He is impulsive in that he will always shout out the answer before anybody has time to think. You've all got one of these in the class. Now, they're not all ADHD, but when you get several of these things together, then there's something wrong. And mum comes along and tells you, yes, we have been assessed. You cannot
Mm.
exclude him from the class, nor do you want to. We want a very inclusive classroom. In fact, in the same class, I have a child with dyslexia too. So whenever I'm doing my planning, it takes hours and hours trying to think of activities to do, trying to engage them, have a little bit of TPR. There's movement in there, controlling the behavior of the class generally, but generally guiding them all along, getting them to work together and helping this ADHD learner. So what I did was I went to the ADHD teaching support pro assistant in Edwebo, and I asked for some help. I fed in what I have, the knowledge I had. I gave it a very thorough prompt. I told them that I have this little boy. He's in the classroom of 8 students. I talked about my classroom layout. I talked about even the desks I have, the position of the desks, the position of the windows in the classroom, absolutely everything that could help AI at Weibo to give me some suggestions on how to handle it. And after I'd given it my prompt, pressed the button, within a minute, I had a full list of suggestions on how to help and questions on whether I wanted further help. So what I did then was, because I'm teaching this group phonics at the moment, I said, well, I'm going to be
Right.
teaching sounds and I'll be doing segmenting and blending and word formation, letter sounds, and extra tasks that we'll be doing. And I fed all this information in. It didn't take me very long, just typing it in there. And it worked. It came back with a precise timed lesson plan for each of my lessons. And it kept reminding me of certain things like, don't forget, you need to have a routine. There needs to be structure. There needs to be movement incorporated. So it was breaking up my lessons, providing me with an idea, a suggestion as to what to do in those little breaks, that is
Fantastic.
linked to what I was doing. So, I mean, what more could I ask for? And I had all of that given to me in the space of 2 or 3 minutes. It saved an
Unbelievable.
enormous amount of time. So
Absolutely. And we don't have much help. There have been many seminars and webinars on this recently. It's becoming
yeah.
obviously an important factor in classroom management these days. But it's so good that we have this tool to help us, and it's really helped you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go have a look at it later. I haven't actually gone to that one
Too.
yet.
I mean, I practice, proof is in the pudding, as I say. And I did it exactly as The assistant had advised me to do it in the classroom, and it was perfect. It worked out well. Orestes is doing fine, absolutely fine in the class.
Right. Well, hopefully that will be useful to other people who are here today. Go check out the ADHD teaching support function there. Very, very important if you do have students who have this condition.
That's right.
I've also got a tale to tell, Sarah, but I used a different Pro tool. I used the academic director support. Now, I know that some of you out there will be actual academic directors of organizations, schools, language schools, and so on. But even if you are an independent teacher, you are in essence your own academic director as well. So whatever you're doing, even if you're doing a private lesson or if you're handling large classes, academic director does actually refer to you. So here's my tale. A few days ago, I benefited greatly from this. A potential student turned up. He was referred to me, actually, a doctor, middle-aged. He's sitting for IELTS in 3 months' time. His current level is 6.5, but he requires 7.5 overall, and he mustn't get less than 7 in writing. He didn't fit into any existing class I have. Okay, and we know we have this sometimes, don't we? Someone comes along and think, oh, where am I going to put them? So I needed to prepare a customized curriculum for him. Time consuming? Well, usually yes, but in this case, no, not at all. I thought, oh, I'll use our AI Edweebo and see what it does for me. So I'd like to show you what I actually did here. So just bear with me while I come out of this one. And I think I have to, how do I get out of this one? There we are. So just bear with me while I come out of that and go into, there we are. You should be able to see that now. That's we're into the AI Edweebo platform. And if you see along the top here, we've been talking before, and we'll talk later, about the assessment assistants for the various exams and language writing assessment. But here's the Pro Assistance tab. So I'm going to click on it. Well, it's actually there. It's already there. Smart Assistants for Educational Institutions. Designed by educators, built to support your team. And if you go down, and by the way, there are 84 languages supported on this. If you go down, you've got academic director support here at the bottom on the left, and you click on use it. So I shall do that now. Here we go. Now, this is a good opportunity to share with you a really important tip for how to use these functions. The magic question is, how can you help me? So let's ask it. So it says ask anything. All right. How can you help me? Let's see what it says. I'm going to press send. Off we go. It's going to take, how long is it going to take, Sarah? I think it takes about 15 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, I think it depends on.
Oh, it took 10. It took 10. It
10
was
seconds.
even quicker. It's speeding up. It must have had its coffee already. All right, here we go. How can you help me? A simple question I put in, and it comes back with, I can assist you as an expert English language teaching director of studies by analyzing your teaching materials, whether digital or physical, to ensure they align with your students' age, CEFR level, and session schedule. Extracting and clarifying learning objectives from your materials and matching them with CEFR standards. Providing detailed, structured lesson plans that distribute your syllabus logically across your teaching periods, summer and winter for many people. aligning grammar, vocabulary, cohesion and punctuation content with CEFR levels and age-appropriate learning outcomes. Wow. Calculating achievable learning milestones per session based on CEFR descriptors, always using the CEFR as your base, and pedagogical frameworks as well. Offering clear session breakdowns with page and exercise references from your course books and your materials. And advising on best practices for lesson sequencing and content coverage to maximize student progress. Haven't you always wanted someone like this available for you? I have. And as I said, I certainly needed it the other day. And it says then, if you provide me with your teaching materials, student details, age, CEFR level, number of sessions per year, you could say per week or per month, and any specific course books or resources that you use, I can generate a comprehensive tailored lesson plan for you. I thought, well, that's what I want. And then it says, would you like to share your materials or specify your teaching content so I can assist you further? Now, what I did, and I'm not going to do it again because I've already got it, and this is something I'd like to explain to you. Over on the left of your page, you can see history. In that history is everything that you've done on AI Edweebo in this particular function. So you can revisit anything that you've done. It's sat there in your history. So I did this a few days ago, so I will go and try and find it. I think it was that one. Let's click on it and see what comes up. Yep, this was the one. So this was the one I did on the 28th of October. And it said, I have a student in need of a custom curriculum for your student. Oh, sorry. I have a student in need of a custom curriculum. He is a doctor sitting for IELTS in 3 months' time. He has a current level of 6.5, but requires 7.5 overall, with not less than 7 in writing. Suggest a curriculum for him. And immediately I got this answer. Thank you for your request. To create a tailored curriculum for your student, a doctor preparing for IELTS in 3 months, currently at 6.5, etc., I need a bit more information to ensure the curriculum fits his needs perfectly. So I hadn't put everything it needed into the box, but I made a start. And then it asks me, how many teaching sessions do you have available per week or in total over the 3 months? What's the duration of each session? Do you have any specific teaching materials you plan to use? Or should I recommend materials? Nice. Does the student have particular strengths or weaknesses in the IELTS components, like bad at listening, better at reading, and so on? Is the focus solely on IELTS preparation, or do you want to include general English language development as well? So I got a series of questions there. So once I have these details, said the program, I can design a detailed curriculum with session breakdowns, learning objectives, focus on grammar, etc. Could you please provide this information? So I did. And as you can see, I put this information in at, it was round about 11:52. I put it in 6 teaching hours per week for 12 weeks. I asked it, please recommend materials. The student's particularly weak in the IELTS writing component, and the focus is solely on IELTS preparation. Those were the answers that it required, and it responded immediately and said, thank you for the additional details. Based on 6 teaching hours per week over 12 weeks, total 72 hours, with a focus solely on IELTS preparation and particular emphasis on improving writing to reach at least Band 7, I will design a curriculum that balances all 4 IELTS skills but prioritizes writing. Wow. I will recommend widely recognized IELTS preparation materials suitable for a student at band 6.5 aiming for 7.5. And then it gave me some ideas there, including online resources and apps. I will structure the curriculum into 2 periods, summer, which is the first 6 weeks, and winter, the last 6 weeks. Okay. Allocating sessions to each skill with a heavier focus on writing. Now I will prepare this plan. Please hold on while I prepare this. And it took about 2 minutes, and then this came along. A totally detailed curriculum for what to do, totally broken down with what I should do, what books I should use, what resources I should use, in which session I should use them, giving me ideas about what I should do in each of them, going session by session almost, or it broke it into 5 sessions, telling us what we should do, telling us what pages we should use from the books. Look, writing sections, pages 70 to 105. It's just everything is there. And we just have this amazing plan suddenly. Whereas that would have taken me days to get together generally, and would have taken away my thinking and my time from doing the other things that I need to do as a teacher. This was wonderful. And it says at the end, does this fully address your requirements, or would you like adjustments? Well, I didn't ask it to adjust anything. I was so happy with it. But if you did want it to adjust something, now would be the time to do it. And then it asked me if I'd like it in a downloadable format, like a PDF or a Word document. So absolutely wonderful. It
I
took
hope you
like,
said thank you, Stephen.
I did, I was very nice. I said thank you. But the point is, well, you know, you have to, don't you? But the point is that from beginning to end, that took about 4 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Talk about
Um,
time saving.
talk about saving time.
Mhm.
And it also pointed me in the way of a book that I wasn't aware of either, which was also interesting.
Very interesting.
So yeah, really, really good. I just absolutely, I was, to use the vernacular, gobsmacked by how good it was.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use that again. That is for sure. That's one of the few things that this support function can do. So Sarah, between us, I think we've had a good experience, haven't we, recently on these?
Yes, yeah. And the other pro assistants there, the content creator, etc., they're definitely worth looking into. They can definitely save you a lot of time. We can look at those later at some point. The education analyst is the new one, the super tool that needs to be discovered. Initially, you need to spend a little bit of time getting around, looking around, but it's going to save you an immense amount of time in the future, absolutely. But it's not going to take your job.
And that's the important thing. It's there to help you.
It's there
It's
to
like
help.
having a whole team just sitting there in your computer, waiting for you to ask them to help you. It's amazing.
That's right.
Um, so we've debunked that myth, I think,
I
fully
think
now.
we certainly have. Honestly, though, I mean, there are certain jobs that I'm sure some of these very hardworking teachers that are tuned in now that are participating would like to get rid of. You'd like to delegate to somebody else. Could you just put in the chat box what job you personally would like to delegate to somebody else so you can devote your time to more productive things?
Um, please don't raise your hand. Just put what you
Just
want to say in the chat box,
in the
or if you
chat
have
box.
a detailed question, put it in Q&A, and we'll talk about it at the end.
Absolutely. So we've got
Uh,
Alexandra's looking at lesson planning.
right.
Despina's looking at correcting essays, correcting writing.
The correcting goes in
Celine?
the Correcting goes in the assessment
In the
tools.
assessment, we've got counselling, which goes in your Director of Studies Pro
Absolutely.
Assistant, yes. Giving back feedback on writing, that's in the assessment. We're going to be looking at that. Feedback, very, very important. Correcting seems to be the main issue here, marking and assessing, but lesson planning is coming into it.
Well, lesson planning is something we do, isn't it? It takes their time.
It does
Um,
take time.
and I don't think we get paid for it, do we?
Absolutely not.
No.
Used to take ages, and now at the push of a button, we've got it. It's there, ready for us. Alternative teaching materials, yes, and that takes me a little bit back to ADHD when I do need to modify certain materials to be easier for our resties to understand. And so Ed Weber's helped me in that because it does produce flashcards, worksheets, anything I want. It will modify them, it will change them to be more suitable for him. So, yep. Adapting materials, additional teaching materials. Well, as you saw from Stephen, he wasn't aware of the book, the IELTS book
There was a
that
specific
that
book
was
on,
suggested.
yeah, specific book on part 2 writing for IELTS. I didn't know. No, I was unaware of it, and I have actually ordered it.
And absolutely, the learning difficulties, the children with learning differences, with the children that are challenged, asking for advice on how to deal with it. Yes, there is this counselor there that can help you, this assistant that can help. So yes, there's a lot to say for it. Yes, and it's something that you need to get in and just look around and practice, and you will thoroughly enjoy what you're doing, and it will give you the help and support you need.
And this is something you can do literally, as it's my name, take my name in vain,
Mhm.
tailor-made. I mean, it is. It's tailor-made. You
Yeah,
can tailor it to absolutely any class, even a single student, if you wish.
absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
and that's something that we haven't been able to do without spending an enormous amount of time and thinking and to actually come up with. And now this is just there for you. They are suggestions, of course, but they're.
Vasiliki raised a point as well, Stephen, here as well. I think's interesting that if the student knows that we're using AI to prepare things, do they feel that we're lazy as teachers?
Oh, I don't think so. When they see how exciting their lesson becomes.
I doubt
um,
it. Yes.
yeah, it's not like, oh, here we are, go to page 62, exercise 1.
And why hide the fact that AI has been there helping you out? There's no reason to. AI is going to be part of their future, an ever bigger part of their future than it is for
Yeah,
ours.
yeah.
Um,
When students, Vasiliki, when students get back the feedback that we'll be looking at later from the assessment that we give them, you'll see how excited they become and motivated. It's totally different being told by your teacher how well you've done, and then being told how it's actually how it actually works when they get a printed piece of feedback that is actually official, right?
mhm,
It's much what can I say? They really take it to heart much more than something that you might say, which might go in one ear and out the other.
mhm.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
let's be honest, a full feedback report for a student is much more helpful than a couple of red dots on the markings on their scripts. So,
absolutely.
yeah. And especially if it's supported with extra exercises, which we'll look at in the assessment.
Yes, so let's go on and have a look at that then. Some very
Absolutely.
nice ideas there. Thank you everyone for putting them
Thank
in.
you.
Um, and Vasiliki, in fact, pointed to an article in ELT News at eltnews.gr.
Mhm,
How AI at Weibo transformed my teaching life.
mhm,
Well, there
mhm,
you are. Very interesting. I shall have to read that.
mhm.
So on we go. Um, Myth number 2 then. Another concern that many teachers express is that AI feedback can't be trusted. Okay, that's fair enough. I think that everyone is wary about something in the beginning. We are suspicious by nature, aren't we? But modern tools like AI Edweebo are actually very accurate, fast, and consistent, especially for grammar and vocabulary. Um, Artificial intelligence gives immediate feedback. Maybe that's a reason that we're wary about it because it's so quick. But it does help students self-correct as well as hearing from us, and it helps them to learn independently as well. But teachers still play a key role. We have to validate and contextualize that feedback. When guided by teachers, AI feedback is both reliable and educational. Um, AI, unlike human evaluators, we might vary in our mood one day or in our judgment because we're, so overwhelmed and overworked. AI doesn't have that problem. AI delivers consistent feedback. And AI Edweebo is trained on massive linguistic data sets and can identify grammatical, lexical, and syntactical errors with impressive accuracy. For TEFL learners, this consistency is especially valuable because it offers immediate correction and also fosters autonomous learning. AI excels at surface level linguistic features, for example, pronunciation apps. This is not AI Edweebo, but pronunciation apps powered by speech recognition can detect stress and intonation errors. AI writing tools such as AI Edweebo can flag collocation and word choice issues. So these tools help learners notice and correct their mistakes. It's a process central to language acquisition. AI feedback can't always interpret context, tone, or pragmatic nuance, but we teachers can. When educators review and explain AI suggestions, they help learners understand why something is incorrect and how to improve it in real communication. This collaboration between AI and humans ensures that feedback remains accurate and pedagogically meaningful. The key is not to use AI in isolation. When teachers integrate AI feedback into lesson cycles, for example, as pre-writing support or post-task reflection, it becomes a powerful educational tool. We teachers can ensure that feedback aligns with our learning objectives, and this maintains the linguistic authenticity. So I think again, Sarah, have we debunked that one?
I think so, Stephen. I definitely think so.
Oh, we're going to put a debunk stamp on that one then. That one's gone.
Absolutely.
Now, to demonstrate these points, let's go back to the AI Edweebo platform and see for ourselves how it performs in our favor. For all of those of you that were asking about assessment and correction, pay attention. Here's a Cambridge B2 First for Schools story task. I'm sure all of you are familiar with something like this. And 3 diverse quality responses. We've got a clear pass, a borderline pass, borderline fail, if you like, and clear fail. These are 3 totally diverse quality responses. These are genuine texts, by the way. I got them from some students. Thank you very much to Maria from her language academy here in Greece for helping me out with these. These are genuine students. Now, how do I know that these are clear pass, borderline pass, and clear fails? Well, when you've racked up as many years as I have in the business, and I have been here a long time, you get to call in some favors. So I asked a couple of bona fide, genuine Cambridge writing examiners to assess these very scripts. So we've got genuine Cambridge writer examiner opinion here. The question is, can AI Edweebo match their authenticity? So we're going to give it a go in real time. And if it all goes wrong, then it all goes wrong. But I don't think it's going to do that because I have absolutely 100% trust in this system. So before we do that, though, I'd like you to tell me what you think. Look at the prompt first. Stories wanted. We're looking for stories for a new English language magazine for young people. Your story must begin with this sentence. Tom got off the train, and as the train left, he realized he was holding the wrong suitcase. Oh dear. Your story must include an address and a surprise. Write 140 to 190 words. So that's our guideline there. Remember, we've got a clear pass, a borderline pass, and a clear fail. So here's the first of them. Which do you think it is? Take a minute to read it. I don't think you need more than a minute. And when you've made your assessment, just put the capital letters in, CP, BP, or CF. Put them in chat, and let's see what you think about this one. While you're doing that, I'll read it for you. Story time with Stephen. Tom got off the train, and as the train left, he realized he was holding the wrong suitcase. He was confused. He didn't know what to do. He opened it. There were some clothes and a letter with an address, 45 Green Road, Manchester. He thought to find his suitcase there. He found the house. A young woman opened the door. The woman looked very surprised and said, "That's my suitcase." "But how did you find me?" Tom explained quickly about the letter, and she thanked him. "I am very happy," she said. But Tom wasn't. Then she said to him to wait. "I think I have your suitcase here." Tom couldn't believe it. They laughed and also gave to each other phone numbers. After a week, she sent to him a letter. Okay, so what do you think? Clear pass, CP, borderline pass, BP, or clear fail, CF? Let's see what our humans are saying. Oh, Sarah, what have we got there?
BP, we've got quite a lot of BP.
We've got
The
CPs and
majority, I think. Oh,
BPs.
there's a CP coming up.
Yeah, we've got some CPs there.
CP.
Mostly BPs.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gone for a CF. That's
Mm-hmm.
good.
And we will remind you that this was put through the Cambridge system. Is that right, Stephen?
No, it was passed through real Cambridge human examiners.
Okay, right. Okay. And you're going to
Right.
put it through AI Edweebo.
I am indeed. And let's
Great.
see how AI Edweebo matches the genuine Cambridge examiner experience. Let's see.
I think the general
So
consensus is that it passes.
yeah, it's about half and half, isn't it? I think maybe
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit more with the bare pass and a little bit more with the clear pass. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to give you just a second while I remove that one. I'm going to give you the next one. Here it comes. Oh no, before that, I'm going to tell you the answer actually. It won't keep you in suspense. You'll forget it. The answer is BP. It was a borderline pass. Okay. If you look at the word count, it's 132 words. How many words were they asked to write?
140 to 190 words. So it's
Yeah,
just
so
below.
it's a little short, isn't it?
Mhm.
And that means not that it's wrong, but that it hasn't fully exploited the time and space to
Mhm.
give some details, to expand some of those points that would make it a clear pass.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a basic story.
Mhm.
I like it though. I'm quite happy, but I am a bit disturbed about the letter. Why did she send him a letter? I wonder. That bit is not explained. Maybe that's because the writer wanted to put some suspense into the story. I don't know. But anyway, that's the borderline pass one. So we've got left a clear pass and a clear fail. So let's look at the next one. Here it is. So Tom got off the train, and as the train left, he realized holding the wrong suitcase. He was very angry. The bag was black and heavy. He walked in the city and went back to the station. He opened the bag, and there was only some clothes. He felt sad and tired, but he knew someone will find the bag. A man at the station says, "Did you lost your bag?" Tom says, "Yes." The man goes to a room and gives Tom his bag. Tom was very happy to get back his bag. Difficult. Clear pass or clear fail? What do you think? Oh,
I think we're all going for clear fails here.
we're all going for clear fails there, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Too short, no
Obviously.
paragraph.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's too short. It's 94 words. I mean, come on, it's not enough. There's no paragraphing. There are lots of faults with it, but he told the story.
He did tell the story.
I mean, to be honest, it's not a miserable failure by any means, but it needs a lot of work. Okay, and then, well, through attrition, I guess, we come to the next one, which is the clear pass. 151 words. Now that's interesting because many people think that they should write lots and lots of words to get a good grade at Cambridge. This is a myth that actually exists, and is not a myth. It is a myth that you should write lots of words if you want to get a good grade. So we can bust that Cambridge myth at the same time as well, Sarah.
Okay. Who are you going to
Yeah.
call? The Mythbusters.
With Cambridge exams, it's a guideline. You can write more than the word limit that it tells you, except for IELTS, which is very, very strict. But in the normal Cambridge suites, it's a guideline, but it's there for a reason. And the reason is don't write too much, because the more you write, the more you're going to make mistakes, the more the possibility there is that you will distort what you're saying, repeat, make mistakes, and generally end up with a less effective answer. So here we got a clear pass at Cambridge with a strong B2 according to our Cambridge examiners, and it's only 151 words. It's within, however, the window that we were given, 140 to 190. So, just quickly read it. Tom got off the train, and as the train left, he realized he was holding the wrong suitcase. Panicking, he checked the label. Mrs. Laura Jenkins, 12 Hill Street, Oxford. He sighed. His own suitcase with his brand new tablet in it was now speeding toward London. With no other option, Tom decided to deliver the stranger's suitcase to the address. When he arrived at the small brick house, an elderly woman opened the door. "Oh, thank goodness!" she exclaimed. "I thought I'd lost my late husband's medals forever." Tom smiled awkwardly. Mrs. Jenkins, oh dear, a comma. Mrs. Jenkins insisted he come in for tea. As they talked, she mentioned she used to work for the very company Tom was applying to that afternoon. Amazingly, she called her old boss, who agreed to see Tom later that day. He got the job the next week, and he had his tablet back. A very lucky mistake indeed. Well, that was a good story, wasn't it?
It
And it
definitely was.
definitely, yeah, I like that. And there were more than one surprise in there,
Absolutely.
because Mrs. Jenkins was surprised, but so was Tom. So that was really, really nice. Like double money there. Okay, so you've seen the three scripts, everybody. You've got an idea of their quality. You've seen what Cambridge have said about them. And now we're going to see what AI Eduibo says about them. So let's come out of there. I think I have to do that. That's right. let's go into our system. Now we need to go into not academic director, we need to go into the other one. So we go back. We need to go back quite a bit to get into that. There we
I think you need to scroll up to the top there.
Oh, that's why I couldn't do it. Sorry. Thank you, Sarah. I was thinking something's missing. And we go to assessment assistance, which we still are not in. There we are.
There we are.
Come on. There we are. Writing assessment assistance. Okay, this is where we want to go if we want to correct something and to have it assessed. Now, the first thing we do is we choose the exam board. Some of you will already have been in the system and done this. Some of you will not know anything about this. So I'm going to go for the people who really don't know how to use it. First, you choose the exam board. Then you pick the CEFR level, and then you just simply upload your students' writing. Let's have a look at this. We've got Cambridge, haven't we? We're already in Cambridge. We could go into ESB or General English and so on. We've got everyone up there now. Goethe, IELTS, KPG, Language Cert, LRN, Michigan, MSU, and NOCN, some of the many boards that we deal with. But we're doing Cambridge here. Cambridge Eddies, these are the support bots that help us. We have 5 of them at Cambridge, from A2 up to C2. What level are we doing? B2. Let's go into B2 then. We click on B2. And up it comes. And it says, hi, I'm your Eddie for the Cambridge FCE assessment. To start, copy and paste the writing prompt. You can either do it in digital form, or the actual handwritten script can go in there. If you photograph it, just simply photograph or scan the handwritten script, and you can just plop it in there, and it will transcribe that into a digital form immediately.
So I could take a picture with my phone and pass it in that way. That's accepted, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, you just take a picture, and pass it in that way. And the content to be assessed, again, you can if it's in digital form, you can put it in there like that. Or I like my students to actually send me their essays digitalized, because they're going to be taking the Cambridge digital exams and other digital exams very, very soon. So I like to get them ready for this. But if they're still handwriting, that's no problem. In it can go. So let's do that. Now, how do I do that on this very confused screen? There we are. I've got the scripts ready and the prompt. So the B2 story prompt, let's just open that. I think it wants me to say to use Word to open it. It does. It's coming up. Here it is. So there's the prompt. I've got that like that. As I said, you can have it photographed. You don't need to actually have it in digital form. I just happen to have it in digital form. And I'm going to put it in there. There it goes. I've got it in there. I just checked that I've got the whole thing. I have. And now I need to go for the content. So I'm going back. I've got lots of windows open here. Let's just take you down. No, I really am lost. One minute, please. Oh, there we are. Let's take them from here then. It's probably easier if I just take it like that. So there's the borderline one. And I've got this annoying screen sharing thing, which annoys me immensely. Where's it gone now?
I think you need to go to that's the Google, yeah.
That's it. So I'm going to put the content in there like that. There we are. I got it in there. As I said again, you can just put the handwritten one photographed or scanned in there, no problem, from your phone, as Sarah said. And then we send it. So Sarah, can you count how long this is going to take to send this one?
I will do, yes.
Have you got a a handy
I'm
stopwatch there.
counting. Yes, go for
Okay,
it.
off we go. Go. All right. Immediately it's recognized the text and the prompt. It's clicking away, it's thinking, it's analyzing. You can see the analytical wheel there at the bottom. And there it is. How long was that?
About 25 seconds.
Okay, so let's say it takes between 20 and 30 seconds to analyze the prompt and analyze the actual script. And let's see what it says about this one. Prompt detected, production, yes, type. It's got the actual prompt in. Check that it hasn't missed anything. It hasn't. It's got everything in there. It's got the actual text. This is the story. Yes, it is. What's it given? Assessment based on Cambridge B2 First for Schools criteria. Content 3. This is the bare pass, right? The bare pass one. Content 3. Communicative achievement 3. Organization 3. Now it's done something which Cambridge can't do because Cambridge can't give half marks. But AI Ed Weibo does, because as you put several scripts in over the course of your teaching period, we want to be able to show students that they're progressing. So it will frustrate them greatly if they keep getting 2s or 3s. So we allow the system to fine tune a bit more and go to 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 to give that encouragement to your students. Okay. So what's happened here is that it's given it 2.5 for language and an overall score of 11.5. Now I happen to have the Cambridge comments here from the examiners, and it says here, content, we're doing the bare pass, aren't we? Yeah. Cambridge were nicer. They gave content 4. So we've been a little stricter, but only 1 mark stricter. They gave communicative achievement 3, the same as us. They gave organization 3, the same as us. And they gave language 2. So they were unhappy with the language, but we thought it's a little bit better, so we gave it 2.5. But we thought their content was a little bit better. But overall, where did we end up? Well, we ended up with 11.5, which automatically will become 12 on a Cambridge scale. And Cambridge gave them 12.
12.
Wow, there we go. There's an accurate one for you. I'm wary of the time, and we have the other 2. I'm not going to put them through the system as I was going to originally. Maybe we could do that in the next one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we have to go on. But what I can do is tell you that I had done it earlier as well using the system, and it had in fact given exactly the same marks as the Cambridge examiners for both the clear pass and the clear fail. 8 out of 20 for the clear fail, 2 overall in all the 4 criteria. And no, actually, I'm not being totally truthful. The Cambridge examiners gave the clear pass one a full 20, 5 in every single category.
Wow.
With comments as to, we haven't seen anything like this for a very long time. And I know the student, she's a really good student, Maria's told me. Well, she obviously is. We actually, AI at Weibo, when I put it through the system earlier, gave it 19.5. Because, does anyone know why? Can anyone think back what was wrong with that letter? I stopped when I was reading it.
A comma, punctuation, was it?
It was that really nasty comma thing that is appearing a lot these days in scripts, and
Yeah.
even in the media. I'm seeing it in like across the board. Um, we do not, please, separate our subject from its verb. The reason we don't do that is because it's totally confusing. As when I was reading the story, I just stopped and thought, what? It said Mrs. Jenkins, comma, and then it had the verb afterwards. So we picked that up, AI Ed Weibo picked that up, and it made a comment so that the student will get the analysis and not do that again. So we gave it 19.5, but there you are. So I think we can say quite happily that AI Ed Weibo grades at exactly the right level. What does it give you as well, just very quickly? If I scroll down for this bare pass one or bare fail, it's strong and weak points. So it tells the student what strong points they have. That's really encouraging. And it also flags up the weak points so they know what they have to work on. This is good for the student and for the teacher, of course, to be told this. There's an action plan, what to improve next. In this particular Bear Pass one, the speech marks were missing, as I remember. So there's definitely this one, improve sentence structure by reported speech, using the speech marks. There was also that strange ending with the letter, and it says here, develop story endings more fully to provide a clear conclusion to your story. So it's really analyzed it very well. It gives you an errors table and tells you what was wrong.
Can I just come in there and
Of course.
think about the error table? That I find it very, very useful. I'll take the error table from all of the scripts of the children in the class, put them together, and you can find common mistakes that they're using, so I can address them as a class rather than individually. If it's a weakness that they all have, it helps the teacher prepare something to do a revision, to do some kind of revision in the next class. So I think this could be helpful.
I think so too. It's very, very, because you can see if many people are doing the same, are making the same mistake or having the same errors, then obviously something hasn't got through to them yet.
That's right.
Yeah. We got spelling things, confused, surprised, classic problems. She said him to wait. How many times have we had that? And so on and so on. So these are given, you get the incorrect, the correct, and the explanation of why they are incorrect. It gives you an overview of what you have done, what you have achieved, and what you haven't. So we've got mostly simple present and past tenses used correctly. That's a good thing. But needs more practice with reported speech, and so on. Suggestions. And then right at the end, we have this wonderful improved writing. This is a grammatically and lexically correct version of the student's own writing. It's not some generic model answer from a book. It's the model answer in terms of grammar and spelling and syntax based on the student's actual answer. So they can see in this case where they got the spelling mistakes. In fact, it's been highlighted, confused, surprised. They can see the grammar mistakes. She told him to wait. And they can see where they needed to put in the speech marks. They're put in there quite correctly. This is a fantastic learning experience. When given this, and how are they going to get it? Okay, down the bottom, you've got a print. You just press on that and it will give you a printed version and you just save it to your computer. It's simple. Shall I click on it? Let's click on it. There. Again, I'm getting, there we are. It comes up in this lovely printed form. Look, with beautiful tables that they can look at. Nice and official. Imagine you're a parent and your kid comes back from school with this. How can you not be impressed by the teacher and the school? Instead of something with a load of red squiggles on it. This is the future, and it's the future now. This is what we're using. You can save it as a PDF. I'll save it. It's called print content. I'll call it, who was it? It was Christos, wasn't it? I'll call it Christos. And I'll put it in my desktop like this. And there it is. It's there for me to look at whenever I want to without having to go online and to print and to give to my student as well. And if I do want to go online,
and
and to
sorry
be
to interrupt,
used.
and to
Yeah,
be used,
please.
the learning opportunity for the student. And if you didn't want to give them that final copy of their essay, the corrected essay or the corrected story, you could actually ask them, using the guidelines that Edwibo has suggested, to revise their story and hand it in again, or match it then to the actual suggestion. So it's a teaching opportunity too, a learning opportunity.
It really is. It really is. So I'm going to remove that now and go back to our myth busting, Sarah. But I hope that people found that really useful. Did you see how quickly it did it? 30 seconds, wasn't it?
It was 25 seconds. And
And
I'd just like to say about the myth busting thing that you'd mentioned. I mean, I'm
yeah.
sure that some of the participants have had the chance to use it. In fact, Vasiliki had said that she'd used it. And apparently, Edwibo was a lot more generous than she had been in her marking.
Oh,
So,
Vasiliki.
which leads me to, has anyone else had the chance to use Edwibo? What for and what worked for you? Could you pop something in the chat box, please?
Let's have a look.
Some children, it says, and parents just want to see the mark. They don't want to see the evaluation. True, but if you show them the value of using it in the classroom, I think this may help for them to gain something from it.
If you go to a doctor and he just says you've got this problem,
Without any
and then,
test.
well, thank you very much, but where are the tests?
Yes. What
Yeah.
do you base that mark on?
Yes. Are you just saying that
Mhm.
because you like me?
Okay. And people suggesting that we'll be trying it in the future. I really advise you to try it. It will save you an immense amount of time and you'll find it extremely useful.
Yeah.
Ioana's used it and she's very pleased. Habi, very useful. Vasilis, I have. Have a look at my earlier comments. Okay, we'll continue using it. Angeliki, I have. Okay, pleased to see, but do keep on using it and please go in and try the assessments too. I think we can move on. I think we finally debunked that one. Can we move on to the next one?
I think we can. It's debunked. We can debunk
Mm-hmm.
it. So let's move on to the next one, which is myth 3. So myth number 3, AI can increase fairness. Sorry, no, isn't fair. Sorry,
Isn't fair.
the myth is it isn't fair. I'm running ahead of myself. Well, of course it's fair. It's an important one, this one. People worry, they do worry that AI might be biased or unfair, but used ethically, AI can actually increase fairness. It gives equal access to quality feedback for all learners, even those who can't afford to go to a school, right? If you've got a learner that can't afford to go to a school or even have a teacher, they can use this system. Of course, we're not encouraging that, but it's there. It's fair to everyone. It evaluates work objectively, helping teachers spot learning gaps without bias. And of course, fairness, though, improves with teacher oversight. I mean, we still need to make sure the AI feedback makes sense in context each time. There will be times when you get some comments or some corrections from AI at Weibo, and you'll think, yes, but that doesn't actually appertain to this particular case, in which case, just remove it. Don't give it to the student. You can edit these reports. Maybe you don't want the full teacher analysis. Don't put it in. Just put the stuff that you think the student, this particular student of yours, will benefit from. That's why we need teachers. AI will give us everything. We need to be the editors to make it truly relevant to our students, and only we know our students. AI will never know our students. We are the people, the humans that develop the contact with them. So are we going to bust that one? I think we're going to bust that one. And
Absolutely.
we're going to go to this. Yes, this is something that comes up. Sarah, would you like to tell us a
Yeah,
little
it
bit
was
about this one?
actually brought up, I think, again by Vasiliki that I'm not sure. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. That they asked about this handwriting. What about if Ed Weibo cannot read the handwriting? I think in a previous webinar we actually had a script that was written in pencil and it was very, very faint,
It
and Ed
was.
Weibo actually transcribed it. So I don't think there is much possibility of it not being able to read the script. Um, so I don't
No,
think this is going to happen at all. I think, it's
and
pretty
to
certain
be
it will.
honest, well, to be honest, I know that I'm not mentioning names, but many of the exam boards actually scan the written scripts of their candidates and they run it through a computer system as well as having humans look at it. I mean, the point is, before it gets to the humans, it has to be readable, doesn't it? And
It does.
uh, if you're a tired teacher and you've got a whole pile of these, um, and this especially it's Friday night,
Oh,
or oh my God, you're not going to you're going to miss things. There's no
you,
way you can concentrate on this script on the screen, for example. There's no way you can concentrate on that.
mhm.
It's going to take a long time to actually understand what it says. But look, AI just got it straight away. And I did check this. It is a totally accurate transcription
Mhm.
of that. Okay, and it took what, 5 seconds to transcribe? Less. It transcribes immediately. It's incredible.
And saves
Um,
your eyesight.
oh, it does, doesn't it? Time and eyesight. All right.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we've
I think we've
yes,
definitely debunked that one.
we've definitely debunked that one. We're going on to number 4 now. AI
Mhm.
is too complicated to use.
Mhm.
Hmm. Well, you saw me use it, and I'm not particularly good at this. I managed to deal with it, and that was with all these extra things on my screen from doing this webinar.
Mhm.
When you've got a simple screen in front of you, it's much easier. I think the AI at Weibo interface is amazingly friendly to
Mhm.
people. You don't need to know anything. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of teachers think that AI is too technical, but that's not really the case. It's simple, it's intuitive. In AI at Weibo's case, anyway, you just type a prompt, as you said, you upload a script, and you get instant help. And we saw from the Pro Tools that you can automate lesson planning as well and other things. So I mean, it just happens. It's not difficult to use. I would
Yeah.
say just try it out like we did. You know,
Mhm.
at first I don't know about you, Sarah. At first I was thinking, oh my God, how do you do this?
Yeah, yes. But
What
once you
is
get
all
in, it
this?
the actual system guides you anyway.
It
So
does, doesn't it?
it does, it does.
Yeah, no, it's UI and its UX are fine. Um, so modern tools then, like AI at Weibo, are simple. They are time saving. Um, many are easy to use. You type a prompt, you get instant help. AI automates lesson planning, as we said, and it can save hours weekly.
Absolutely, which brings me to a comment sent in by Eugenia. And Eugenia said that it was saving her 7 hours per week in marking.
7 hours?
7 hours per week. What would you do with those 7 hours? Come on, Stephen, what would you do?
Well, hmm, I'm a work addict, so I would actually use that to spend on making my teaching even better for my students.
Oh,
Yeah.
not a nice newspaper and a cup of coffee down by the seafront, no?
Well, I would like that as well,
Oh.
yes, but
So this is a genuine case from Eugenie. After having hundreds of assignments assessed by AI at Weibo over a year at B2, C1, C2 levels, it's just simple maths, she said. Do the maths yourself. Okay, so manual grading would take her quite a long time, 10 hours of her time weekly, she said. But when she put them
yeah.
through at Weibo, she was saving 7 hours. So it just took her 3 hours, and she would have full reports, detailed reports with suggestions, which would have taken her even longer. She was just talking about marking the scripts. So there you are. We have proof of how it works.
This
How
I
much
think is a
time you
great
can
opportunity,
save.
Sarah. I hope you agree with me.
Mhm.
If people who are here today in our session, um, if you've used and when you use AI at Weibo, can you estimate how many hours you save per week and just send it to us at our email at the bottom, info@edweibo.eu, with your name,
That
uh,
would be interesting.
yeah,
Absolutely.
your
Yes.
name and the country you're from, and just how many hours you think you save. We would love to hear from you.
Ioana's saying it saved her nerves. Sometimes she's so tired. Yes, absolutely. Instead of tearing my hair out, which is getting thin enough, just put it through in Weaver.
Tell me. It's true. Um, so let's go. I was going to do this. We won't do this now, but we might actually put it into the next one. I was going to show you how how a very, very complicated Cambridge instruction for a part one proficiency essay,
Mhm.
simply photographed, put in the system, along with a handwritten answer going over 2 pages, just comes up perfectly in a digitalized form within a few seconds. And I won't do that now because we don't have the time, but maybe next time I'll show it to you. But it does happen. It's just so easy to use. It's amazing.
Mhm.
So I think we've busted that one. But what could you do with the time saved? Sarah, what do you think you would do if you saved your time like that? Seven
Oh,
hours.
7 hours. I'll get outside on my horse. I think I'd spend a little bit more time riding. Hobby, a hobby, any hobby, doing any hobby, relaxing, getting out of the class and going in fresh for my lessons in the afternoons. That's what I would do.
No, so you have your horse parked outside, then it's waiting for you.
It's not far away.
Lovely, lovely. That's nice. Explore, enjoy nature, enjoy the things
Mhm,
that are good
mhm,
for you.
mhm.
Exactly.
What
Yes. We need.
would our participants do? Would you like to pop something very quickly into the chat? We actually have a list here of things. Maybe you'd like to choose and put a couple of these letters down, the letters that correspond, or you'd like to write something else about what you would do with your time.
Yes, let's look at these. Finally catch up on sleep.
Mhm.
Spend quality uninterrupted time with family or friends. Dedicate time to a hobby, creative pursuit, or exercise. Handle household chores. Cook nutritious meals rather
Walks
than
in a
just fast
forest.
ones. Walks in the forest.
Oh, that sounds
Right.
nice. More
Uh,
gardening. Yes, Catherine. Yes, that's Katerina.
More gardening. Yeah. More time spent with nature, right? Away
Maria
from the
says all of
computer.
them. Maria says all of them. She would do all of them.
You know what? It's a case of here we are talking about technology, cutting edge technology, and we're here on a screen and we're communicating with people all over the globe through this. But what would we do when we're not doing this? We go back into nature and enjoy
Yes,
it and remember that it's there.
please do. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to revise my time saving. I'm going to go for a walk along the seafront. That's what
Okay.
I would do.
There's
I'll
been
spend my time
definitely
here.
more time with your babies, definitely.
Family,
That
very
time never
important.
comes back. Enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you everybody for putting those in.
Thank you.
Um, um, Anyone still skeptical? I doubt it, but if you are, just give it a go, because you can use it for free, at least for the trial period, and have a look at it and see how the system works.
Mhm.
I do totally recommend it, though. I mean, it's amazing. So, to sum up, then, AI isn't here to take our jobs.
No.
It's here to amplify what we do.
Mhm.
When we use it wisely, it saves time, it increases fairness, it supports both teachers and learners. And the key is balance, letting AI handle what it's good at. It's there for a purpose, it does it very well. We can stay focused then on the human side of teaching, empathy, creativity, and communication.
Absolutely.
Yep,
Absolutely.
absolutely. That's the way it works. So, I said that you can use this system free.
Yep.
You can,
We
if
have
you
a
haven't used it
starter
before.
package. Yes, there is a starter package, Stephen, and there are you get free registration to the AI at Weibo platform. You get access to 10 free credits, 10 full assessments with the feedback, the suggestions, etc. It's all downloadable for the first 10. So go in and play around with it, enjoy it.
What's to lose? Go experiment. If you can find the time, you know.
Yes.
So take some time away from that pile of scripts waiting for you at the weekend. Go in and see what AI at Weibo does for you, and then start using those scripts. And you'll find that the time you spent actually investigating AI at Weibo fully saves you the time you would have spent going through putting squiggles all over those papers.
And I'd like to just ask people to write in the chat box whether they're in. Just put "I'm in" if you think you'd like to try it. If we've managed to convince you to try it, I'm in. Super.
Oh, oh, good. We've got lots of people coming in. Good for
Yep.
you. Good for
Super.
you. Enjoy it. Benefit from it.
We will.
Reclaim your lives.
We certainly have, Stephen, haven't we?
We have. We have.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really looking forward to that walk.
Thank you all for being here today with us and spending your valuable time to hear this. I hope it's helped. Enjoy your time off.
Yes, enjoy it. And think of one area, that you could start integrating into the system. Something small, like, use it to grade one particular level or one specific genre, perhaps.
Mhm.
And I think, Sarah, we'd like the feedback on that, wouldn't we?
I think we would. I think we would,
Yeah.
yeah. You
So,
can drop us a line at info@edwebo.eu in any innovative ways that you've used Edwebo, anything that you've found really successful and would like to share. We'd really appreciate it.
yeah, we'd really, really like your feedback on anything, positive and negative. We're here to learn
Absolutely.
as well.
Mhm.
No one is saying that this is a perfect system,
No.
but it's really, really helpful. And if we can all get together and help it to learn, it will
Mhm.
become perfect at some point.
Yeah.
So let's help it. Um, Sarah, thank you so much. That was so much fun talking with you today,
And
and
thank you. I enjoyed that.
and I did too. And thank you everybody for your kind comments. And yeah, it will be very, very interesting next time to get your feedback. If you can send it earlier, we can look at it and then we can prepare something to respond to it. So all that remains for us today is to say thank you very much for joining us.
Mhm.
I'm Stephen John Taylor.
I'm Sarah Hutton.
And don't forget to register for the next workshop, which is later this month. Have you got the date, Sarah?
It's on November the 27th at 11 o'clock Eastern European time. That's UTC
Right.
with 2 hours plus 2 hours.
Okay.
And it's about
Thursday.
empowering student writers
Ooh, very
using
good.
Weibo. It
Right.
should
Let's
be
see how
very
we can
interesting.
empower. Yeah, for sure. How to empower these student writers. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time as well,
Thank
because I know
you.
Interrupting.
it's
Can you
precious.
answer the Q&A?
Oops, we have a Q&A
We
very
have a
quickly.
Q&A.
Yep. Okay. How can we distinguish between realistic concerns and myths when it comes to AI in education? I think we've actually dealt with that. I teach my students AI literacy, and we had a discussion based on the assessment. Most of them do not like the idea of having their assignments graded by AI. They told me that they need a human teacher to grade their work, because if not, they can just AI themselves for this. There is no need to have a teacher. Well, the thing is, with the feedback, the teacher needs to go through it and needs to read through it to know what they're going to be delivering in class. It needs the human touch to it. It knows,
Yeah.
the teacher knows the strengths and weaknesses of the student and can adjust and modify the feedback. So I would say that no, you can enhance that feedback. The teacher will enhance. But I
This
think
is the whole point.
yeah.
We put that through today. This is what we discussed at some point. It's a tool. You work together. You collaborate with it. You don't just give it to AI and leave it. If you do that, then you will. There's a big danger that the students are going to be disappointed.
Okay.
You have to invest in it yourself, but it's using that as a tool to save you hours,
And as
literally.
teacher suggested, it's just going to enhance the teacher's work. It's amplifying the teacher's work. It's not taking away the teacher, and we're not being replaced by AI.
Nope, no
We're
way.
safe for the time being.
We are.
Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye for now. See you next time, I hope.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.